Hey guys, welcome to another video of how to by AM Illustrations Design and Print. What we're going to do today is we'll be creating a text portrait. With this method, we'll be using only Photoshop. Alright, so let's get started. What we're first going to do is once we bring an image in, which I recommend that we use a high-res image, what we're going to do is use our quick selection tool, and we're going to just highlight or go over our subject's face. Now there are multiple ways to do this. We're going to go ahead and just use this method for this tutorial. We think it just works fine. Now once we have our selection, we're going to go ahead and go up to our select. We're going to refine our edges. We're going to keep everything at 0, and our smart radius, we're going to make sure that that is clicked. And our output too, we're going to choose new layer. Now you can kind of see that we have 2 layers here. We're going to now work with the copy, and what we're going to do is do a Command-Shift-U. That kind of turns our file into a desaturated style photo. Now we're going to work with our crop tool. You can just push C and that'll kind of bring up the crop menu. We're going to use our arrows to go up and down. In this case, we need to go up. Just kind of picking an area that we're going to be working with. That looks about fine. We are going to push enter. The dimensions for that crop would probably be 1000 by 1000 at 150 pixels. So now that we got that done, we're going to make a duplicate of this one right here, like so. Now we're going to keep this the same. The document is going to be new, and our file name will be Displacement. Once you're done with that, go ahead and push OK. Now we're going to go up to Filter. We're going to go to Blur, Gaussian Blur. We're going to choose 3.0 pixels. Push OK. Now that we're done with this file, we're going to go ahead and do it Save As. We're going to name it Displacement. It's going to be a PSD or Photoshop file. Make sure you just put it somewhere you're going to find it, because we're going to be using it later on in the video. I already have it saved, but I'm going to go ahead and push Replace. Alright, so now that we got that file done, we're going to go ahead and just Command W, and I'll close that file out. Now we can go back to our original file. Let's go ahead and add another layer, and then we're going to choose black. We're going to put that in the middle, like so. Now, to get the text to create a word cloud, you can rather do it yourself, or you can just go to a word cloud generator on Google or any other search engine. And I don't know or have a specific one I use, so I'm not going to go make any recommendations. But as soon as you get that word art, you're going to go ahead and save that to your desktop. And once you got that done, we're going to go ahead and File, Open. We're going to go find our file that we made, and we're going to click Open. Alright, so now we're going to go to our channels, and we're going to select RGB, pushing Command and clicking inside the black box. What that does is selects all of the writing, and we're going to go back to our layers, and we're going to do a Command J, and what that does is creates a text file with only the text and not the background. So let's go ahead and drag this, not let go of the click, and drag it over to our photo, and bring it over our image, and drop it in. So you should see the file drop in like so. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to rename our file to Word Cloud. And now we are going to double click on this layer, and we're going to open up Layer Styles. We're going to go to our Drop Shadow. So we're going to keep our blend mode at Multiply. Our opacity will stay at 75, or you can change it to 75 if yours was different. Our angle will be 30. Our distance will be 5. Our spread will be 0, and our size will be 5. Once you're done with that, Go ahead and push enter. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and create a copy of our word cloud. I'm going to hide our original for now, and then I'm going to drag my text to the far corner, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create multiple copies. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pattern of portrait and landscape style. So what I do is I do a transform, and then I hold shift down, and then it rotates evenly, so you'll see it snap into place. And what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this process to cover up our subject. All right, so now that we got that process done, what we're going to do is get all of these files except for the original, and we're going to put them in a group. So what we're going to do is Command G, and that'll bring all our files into one except for our original that we have hidden. All right, so now what we're going to do is make a copy of this group. I'm going to bring it up top, and then I am going to do a Command T, and I'm going to hold shift down while rotating 90 degrees. So it should look like that. All right, so now we're going to select both of our groups. We're going to go up to our menu here, and we're going to do Convert to Smart Object. All right, now we're going to go ahead and make a copy of this smart object. And we're going to hide our original. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our copy on top, and then we're going to name the copy Displacement, like so. We're going to go up to the top. We're going to choose Filter, Distort, and Displace. Our options that we will keep are 10, 10, and then we're going to do Stretch to Fit, Repeat Edges. Push OK when you're done. Now it's going to ask you to open up the file that you worked on earlier today, which we labeled Displacement. I have my file here, and we're going to choose Open. All right, now we're going to hide this layer. So now we just have this person. Now we're going to do a selection on our word group that we have. Then we're going to bring our face active, layer mask. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a snapshot. We're going to do a Command Shift Option E. Now we're going to hide the layer below the snapshot. We're going to drag the snapshot to the top. We're now going to make the displacement layer visible. And we're going to change the blend mode to linear burn. Now we're going to make our word cloud visible, and we're going to drag it to the top. Now what we're going to do is select our subject, and we're going to do an invert selection. That's Command Option I, and then we are going to choose the layer mask, like so. Now what we're going to do is lower this to 15%, and then what we're going to do is drag that up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove the link. We're going to lower this to about 80. Bring her up like so. All right, now after you did all that, you're going to go ahead and bring this layer up one, like so, and your image is done. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to give us an email at amillustrations@gmail.com, or you can visit our website at www.amillustrations.com.